All right, here we are. We're going to add and subtract. And there's three cases here. The denominators are the same. Only one denominator needs to be multiplied, or both denominators need to be multiplied. We're going to review with just numbers. So case one, do you see the denominator is the same? That means the denominator will stay 12, and you'll just do the operation in the numerator. So 5 minus 1 is 4. Here the then you have to simplify. So what's the common factor here? It's 4. Right? So 4 divided by 4 is not the number 2. Everyone, 4 divided by 4 is the number 1, and then 12 divided by 4 is 3. Okay, now we have the common denominator. We're going to add 7 plus 3 to get 10, and that's 5 times 2 over 5 times 3, and 5 divided by 5 is 1, so we have 2/3. Now, case 2 means one denominator needs to be multiplied. So we're going to factor first, okay? So factor first. That's our big idea today. Do you see how we have 3 times 5? Okay. So what will our common denominator be, everyone? What will it be? It will be 15. Okay. This one already has they both have the 5, right? So what does this one need? This one only needs the 3. So if I put the 3 here, how do I legally multiply the bottom by 3? I multiply the top. Okay. So what's 3 times 3? 9 minus 7 is on the top now in the numerator. 9 minus 7 is 2, so we have 2 over 15 is the final answer. Okay, ready? Here we go. 12. What's 12? 3 times 4, and 15 is 3 times 5. Okay, watch this. What will the common denominator be? Well, the common denominator will have a 3, it needs to have a 4, and it needs to have a 5. Okay, now the first fraction has the 3 and the 4, so what does it need in order to join the common denominator club? It needs a 5. So I'm only going to multiply this first fraction by the 5. And what is 5 times 5? 25. Now look at the second fraction. The second one already has the 3 and the 5, so what does it need? It needs the 4. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 4, and now it matches. Now they have a common denominator. So we have 25 plus 4 times 4 is 16. And 25 plus 16 is 36. No, that's way off. 6 plus 5 is 1. Carry 2. 41. I don't know. I just don't feel like that's right. And then 12 times 5. Let's see. 50 plus 5 times 2 is 10. 15 plus 10 is 60. And then can that simplify? Yeah. What do you think? Do you think I'm making good choices here? Do you think I'm doing this right? All right. What's 41 over 6? Oh, it doesn't simplify. Ta-da. Okay. You ready? Here we go. I already did these examples because these have common denominators. So the denominator stays the same. Combine like terms in the numerator, but then guess what we get to do? Yay, we get to factor and cancel. Woohoo, yay math. Common denominator. Add the numerators. Combine like terms if you need to. Factor, cancel. Ta-da. Okay, let me show you this. The addition's easy, but the subtraction, this is like the #1 mistake kiddos make in Algebra 2, which is now called Math 3. Whatevs. Do you see how this says minus? Do you think it's only subtracting the x? Heck no, it's subtracting everything up here, but they don't put the parentheses for you. So you have to put the parentheses, and then what do the parentheses tell you to do? They tell you to distribute, right? That's like one of the biggest mistakes kids make in this entire year is they forget to distribute this negative to both terms. So let's try D together. I don't know if you have notes where this is already copied or you have to write that down. So good luck with that. Here we go. The x squared stays, and then we're subtracting the x and we're subtracting the 6. So we already had the common denominator. Can we factor that numerator? Looks familiar. Looks like we've factored it hundreds of times. Multiplies to get -6, but adds to get a -1. Do we have a common factor? Yeah. Why did I put that in parentheses? No reason. No reason. Final answer is x plus 2, and it looks like we're just ignoring restricted values for this lesson. Okay, pretty easy if the denominator is the same, right? what were the rules? We were going to combine like terms in the numerator, factor, and simplify. So you ready for the good stuff? I mean, that's just too boring, right? Here we go. Go to the back. Do you see this? Factor first. Say factor first. Factor first. Good job. X plus 4, there's nothing to factor. But x squared plus 6x plus 8, we're going to factor this. I have a little secret. To save room, I factor right where the problem is. Right where it is. Am I doing this right? Okay. You ready? Here we go. What will the common denominator be? The common denominator has to have every factor represented. So the common denominator will be x plus 2 times x plus 4. Now think, this one already had the x plus 4, so what does it need to join this fraction? If it already has the x plus 4, what's it missing? It needs the x plus 2. So watch what we're going to do. We're going to mess this paper up. X plus 2 on top and bottom. Okay? Now do you agree they have a common denominator? Yes. So now we can write it as one fraction. Everyone okay? Here we go. Distribute. So what's x times 5 and 2 times 5? And it's a plus sign. Plus 2 minus 2x. Combine like terms. What do you notice in the numerator? Do we have a greatest common factor? We do. What is it? 3. Okay. Factor out that 3. Now we have a common factor that gets to divide out, and it equals the number 1. Final answer? That. Okay. Is this the most exciting lesson of the year? No. Might it be a little boring? Yes. Is it like tedious algebra? Yes. But that's okay. We're going to get through it. What do we do first? Factor. Do you see how I'm yelling at you? Factor first. X plus 3. Oh, do you have to factor the numerator? No, I don't think so. I don't think you have to. Okay, each factor needs to be represented, but only once. So don't repeat it. Now, this one has these two, and this one only has x minus 3. So what does this one need? It needs a what? An x plus 3 to match. Now, do they match? Yes. Nothing to multiply on the left fraction. There go my lights. Adjusting. Okay, ready? Biggest mistake kiddos make. What I need you to do is think of this as a negative 5. Because it is. So we're going to do negative 5 times x, negative 5 times 3. Ready? Get set. Minus 5x minus 15. Ta-da! What do we do next? Well, what do we do here? Combine like terms. So we're going to combine like terms here. X squared, no other x squareds. Okay. Combine the x's. I wonder if that can be factored. Probably can, so that we get to do more math, right? I don't know. That lighting, yeah, that's okay. Okay, what multiplies to get negative 15, but adds to get negative 2? And do we have a common factor in the numerator and denominator? Yes, we do. Ta-da! And you can tell the faster I go, the sloppier my math. When will this get exciting? Not here. So I'm going to skip down to 5. Do you see how 5, they're completely different? So what do you do then? What do you do when they're completely different? Well, what we do then is we have to multiply them by each other. So we have x plus 1 times x minus 1 will be the common factor. So we're going to multiply the first fraction by x minus 1 and the second fraction by x plus 1. I know it gets messy. It's just the way it is. Ready? Get set. 3 times x, 3 times negative 1. Now this is positive. X times x, x squared. Positive x times 1. Okay, it's all out of order. I don't like that. x squared plus, how many x's? 3 and 3 plus 1? 4. Minus 3. X plus 1. X minus 1. Can the numerator be factored? Man, it's like factoring your whole life. Factor, factor, factor. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I just don't like this. Those multiply to get 3, but they have to multiply to get a negative 3, which means they have to be different. I'm going to double check. My negative, negative, positive, positive. Something's a little fishy. This is not right. I might need to get my eraser out. So to factor this, the signs have to be different, but they have to add to get 4. So if the 3 and the 1, if the signs were different, they could never add to get 4. So guess what? That's the answer. They tricked us. That's a prime. That can't be factored again. Okay. Why did I skip these? They were just very similar to 1 and 2. Now, holy smokes, who did all this work? Isn't that cool? Okay, I was worried I would run out of time. This is a big lesson, you guys. Here we go. What number are we on? 6. What's the rule? Factor first. Factor, factor. Okay. The factors have to be the same, the denominators. So do you see this 2x? I put it there. Do you see x plus 1? I put it there. This one already has an x plus 1, but it has a new one, x minus 3, so I put it there. There you go. Do you see them all represented? Whatever you started with, they all have to be represented. Okay. Now look at this. What is this one missing to join the common denominator club? So you see it has 2 of them, but it needs this one, x minus 3. So x minus 3 is what we're multiplying top and bottom of this first fraction. Okay, so then we go 3x times x, 3x times negative 3 to get this. Now look at the second fraction. This one has x minus 3 and x plus 1, x plus 1, x minus 3. But what does it need? Okay, what does it need? It needs the 2x to join the common denominator. So we multiply top and bottom by 2x. How do we do that? Well, we need to distribute this 2x here and here, but, you ready for a big but? What's the big but? It's a minus sign. So we go x times 2x minus 2x squared. 2 times 2x minus 4x. Combine like terms, simplify. 7 and 8 are done. Let me do 9 with the minute I have left, okay? Factor first. Does this have either of these factors? No, we can treat this as one thing, I think. So in order for this to be the same as this, we have to multiply by x plus 3 times x minus 2. Okay, so up here is going to be x plus 3 squared times x minus 2 plus x minus 3. I didn't multiply that out because it wasn't like an easy one. You know these, like we multiply all out. Should we do it now? It's going to be a waste of a minute. If you multiply all this out and combine like terms, you're going to get this. Okay. Super messy notes. Should I talk about 7? Here we go. This factors and this factors, so this one needs the x minus 3, and this one needs another x plus 2. So that's why I multiplied by those to get the common denominator. Sorry you have to watch the video. Try your best. Answers are provided. Ask for help when you see a teacher. Okay, good luck.